Hello, my fellow Americans. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. Saturday, November the 10th, the year 2012. The election's over. Obama won. Didn't work. There's a lot of talk out there in Facebook land, on the internet, cyberspace, whatever you want to call it. And I guess even maybe around barber shops and the bars, watering holes, of separating the nation, maybe even having a civil war, revolution. Because when you look at the map, you've got the red states, you got the blue states. And so why not divide the country in two? Where in the red states, things like all these government handouts don't exist. You know, the red states would basically adhere to the Constitution. And then the blue states, they could do be Obama land, where they can just tax people right off their property, take away over half their income, and give it to those who decide not to work for a living or who can't work for a living. Give them health care. Because the country's pretty well divided, about half and half. And so why should one half of the people suffer under the will and beliefs of the other half? Because once again, Congress, our government, main issue seems to be, who do we take from and how much do we take from? How much do we take from them? You know, the rich. Anybody who makes $250,000 a year or more, let's up their taxes. That's just crazy. The fairness. I'm thinking, and this isn't really an original thought, because some people declare themselves sovereign citizens, where they don't have to pay taxes, they don't have to do these things. I mean, look at this place. Why can't I do what I want to do? Why can't I grow what I want to grow? Just because somebody else says so? Is that right? Why should I have to conform to somebody else's belief system? If I stay on my property and don't bother anybody, don't pollute the air, don't pollute the water, but they say you can't grow this or you can't grow that. Does that make sense to you? Really? That somebody else should, under the threat of force, guns, impose their will upon me? And why shouldn't I have the right to oppose their imposing their will on me? And that's what the Second Amendment's about. Is for when government gets too big for its britches, that we the people could cut it back down to size and, you know, spank them. But we the people, I mean, this didn't work. And so by re-electing these government officials, we're rewarding bad behavior. That's what we're doing. I mean, it's the same thing as if your kid goes to school, comes home with a report card, you know, flunking half the classes and nearly failing the other half. Would you reward them? Would you take them to Disneyland? Would you buy them a new bike? Would you give them money, get them a new iPod, buy them a car? No, no, no. You would not do that. If anything, you would put them on restriction. In the old days, you might even spank them, but now that'd be considered child abuse. The government would come in and take your kids and lock you up. But for some strange reason, when it comes to our elected officials, we reward them for bad behavior. I mean, would you promote a manager that's losing your company money? No, you'd probably fire him. Would you promote a worker or give a worker a raise that's not performing up to standard? Not doing what you want them to do? No, you probably fire them, lay them off, get rid of them. But we, the people, aren't that bright. We reward our elected officials and their bad behavior, or for their bad behavior, by re-electing them. I mean, there's not one congressman should be re-elected. What have they done? Run the country's the debt, the deficit? They can't even agree on a budget for what, 3-4 years now? And we re-elect them? They've got the cojones to come to us and run again after the dismal performance? I mean, that's some chutzpah. Think about it. They should be hanging their head in shame. Maybe that's why they have all this Secret Service protection, because they're afraid to come out and face we the people. I mean, if they did a good job, they wouldn't have to fear us because we would love them. But they know better. So anyway, my fellow Americans, we've done it to ourselves because this didn't work. Didn't work. So we got 4 more years under Obama, and who knows what. Will there be a revolution? I don't know. I doubt it. A civil war? I don't think so. I mean, there'll be a lot of talk. People are going to be, for the next few months or whatever, they'll be huffing and puffing, but we're divided. And a house divided will not stand. So, as I've been saying, my fellow Americans, wake up, smell the tyranny.